Good afternoon and welcome to the news. I am Doreen Kaloko. Coming up in this edition of News are Academic Staff Association of Rabi College embarks on strike action. Nearly 800 Ebola survivors, orphans and vulnerable children from 5 chiefdoms in PORTLOKO received bail post. A team of SLRA officers, contractors and consultants discussed with local dignitaries for the acquisition of quarry sites to facilitate ongoing road works in the southern region. Other stories including business and sports land up in this edition of News Hour. A team of SLRA officers, contractors and consultants have concluded discussions with local dignitaries for the acquisition of quarry sites to facilitate ongoing road works in the southern region. The quarry is to be located in Pendebu town in the Jama Bongo Chiefdom, Bo district. Well, more on that story now, join Francis Bernard.
The Bamboo Quarry will host First Recon, a Nigerian construction company for rehabilitation of the Bandajuma-Pujen Road and the Pujen-Bondapi Road project. The quarry will also accommodate CSC, the Senegalese construction company for the Bandajuma-MIU Bridge Road project. A total sum of 120 million loans was also disbursed to the landowners for a lease period of 2 years. In the interim, for the section of the quarry to be used by First Recon. While waiting for the payment on behalf of CSC, the community and landowners have also agreed to allow the contractors, CSC, to commence operations on the quarry while the government is working out on modalities for the payment of compensation of that section. In his welcome address, the paramount chief of Jama Bongo Chiefdom, PC Joseph Tijan Fode Musa, described the government of Ernest Bai Krumah as development-oriented, as manifested in the proliferation of road work in all corners of Sierra Leone. He appealed to his people to cooperate with the contractors and called on them to come together and speak with one voice in order to attract more developmental activities in the chiefdom. The Director of Administration, Sierra Leone Roads Authority, Hassan Augustine Toure, informed stakeholders that all road projects are time-bound and that the government of Sierra Leone is fully committed to ensuring that road projects are executed within the specific time frame. The provision of quarries, borough pits, campsites, among others, he went on, is the exclusive responsibility of the government of Sierra Leone. These facilities he maintained are key elements for the timely and successful implementation of all road projects, and he therefore appealed to all project-affected persons to cooperate with the government and accept the compensation packages for their affected properties. The Director of Development, Sierra Leone Roads Authority, Daniel J. Wiseman, described the Bamboo Quarry as very important in providing the required crushed materials for road works in the southern province. The quarry, he noted, will not only accommodate First Recon and CSC, but may also host a third contractor for the rehabilitation of the Bo Bandajuma Road, a project that is to commence very shortly. This, he further maintained, will boost economic and social activities in the town. He therefore encouraged the youths, elders and local authorities to embrace the contractors for the smooth implementation of this project. The Chief Administrator of Bo District Council, Vivian Senesi, appealed to the people to appreciate the efforts of the Sierra Leone Roads Authority to locate the quarry in their area. The establishment of the quarry in Pendu, she pointed out, will not only bring good road, but also provide employment for youth and marketing facilities.
Sierra Mine BAUXITE Holding Limited is to start mining operations in the PORTLOKO district. at an environmental impact assessment public hearing in Mafoki and Marampa chiefdoms, indigents endorsed the operations but called for the full implementation of the Community Development Action Plan. Princess Gibson has more on that story.
Sierra Leone BAUXITE Holding Limited is a mining company with over 50% Sierra Leonean shareholders, which will start operations in Nyenkesa and Lalibanka in the PORTLOKO district. Previous investors have prospected these communities for over 40 years, but have not carried out mining. Although Sierra Leone BAUXITE has a 4-year exploration license, it has only prospected for over 1 year and will soon start mining. Sanusi Bruski is the country manager, Sierra BAUXITE Holding Limited.
We are currently have 3 different licenses for bauxite concession in PORTLOKO district. And we are currently working now on 2, which is Mafoki and Marampa chiefdom. Today we already did our EIA public hearing for both Marampa and Mafoki chiefdom. God willing, once we succeed and getting our license from EPA, we're going to move to our mining list. Once we get our mining list, we'll start mining immediately. And if that is the case, we're going to help this community in several areas. And one area is going to be education. Education is our goal. The other areas, the people of Mafoki have different interests, they make different requests, and the people of Marampa have make a different request. But definitely education is going to be our goal, especially in the girls' child education.
He says his company will focus on the improvement of education, which he says is key in creating jobs for indigents. The paramount chief of Matoni chiefdom, Alikali Mela, says consent to mine in the chiefdom is in the hands of his people, pointing out that his priority is to protect the interests of his people. He says his chiefdom will embrace development that will improve the conditions of his people. The paramount chief of Marampa chiefdom, by Koblokwi, thanked Sierra Leone BAUXITE for choosing to operate in his chiefdom and pledged his support and cooperation. Environmental impact assessment document is key to the operations of mining companies. For the operations of Sierra Leone BAUXITE, the assessment was done by a consultant who explains some of the findings.
One of our findings was dust within the mining corridor for the communities, noise level, air quality. All of those issues have been addressed and recommendation being given to the company how, what and what it should do when they are going to start operation if the EPA approve the operation to start the mining within this area. So there are so many things that came up with regards to employment level. The community people were raising issues that exploration components started in their communities since 1979, and since then so many mining companies have been coming to do exploration without even going further to mine the deposit.
Environment Protection Agency Regional Officer North says the agency will implement measures to enhance the safety of the environment and call on the company to comply with safe environmental practices. The operations of Sierra Leone has seen high expectations from indigents of PORTLOKO.
We just feel say the company for carrying set to back with here or let we get them back, like getting hospitals, getting schools, mosques, churches. Then we get a good road network. Then we get we take Piki at school. Then we send Piki them get a scholarships. So all that thing and they will don't do through rent access here.
From the time where this place belong, all we don't go to zero because of and where this program be upon all the time, then they take the strangers in the day before. By now, if then they allow me, no, put beyond brothers them, beyond man them, for let them they forward. If then they forward, then we will consider who that them born naya. We not go say that they not take extra person, but we go picking, we go you to the naya. If they were all the time rich, Jesus, they're not going to be able to take them. We're not going to feel happy.
Stakeholders in the PORTLOKO district warn communities against obstructing the activities of investors, as paramount chiefs are the custodians of land in the regions. Princess Gibson, SLBC News.
About 800 Ebola survivors, orphans and vulnerable children from 5 chiefdoms in PORTLOKO district have received startup kits and learning materials as a means of building their capacities and reintegrate them in their various communities. The support was provided by a local service provider development initiative program with funds from Tara Tech in Germany. MANSARAY reports.
The startup kits was provided by a local service provider development initiative program with funds from Teratech based in Germany. Kwea, Marampa, Boya Rumendi, Masimra and Kafobolo chiefdoms are the targeted communities. According to the Minister of Social Welfare, these communities were hardly hit during the Ebola outbreak in the PORTLOKO districts. Handing over the startup kits, the Deputy Coordinator of the Development Initiative Program, Awasiafa, says the support is to complement government effort in its Ebola recovery phase, implemented under our organization's community-based Ebola prevention and social reintegration projects. Madam Siafa adds that Development Initiative Program aims at helping to boost the survivors and orphans' socio-economic well-being through their caregivers. She says the project will last for 1 year and was designed to support over 2,000 of Ebola survivors, orphans and other vulnerable children in 3 districts of PORTLOKO, Western Urban and Western Rural, targeting Ebola heavily hit communities and chiefdoms by improving on their livelihood and mitigate the impact of the Ebola scourge in these communities.
The lily and nuts, they can give each survivor now would get 2 bag rest. They would get 1 bata per month. They give 2 bag rest. They would give 1 bata per month. Oil, yeah. Then the beginning would give them books. We get pen, pencil, ruler, eraser, all the inside it. They would give them their school fees, or let them buy shoes and all that things there.
The Monitoring and Evaluation Officer, Minister of Social Welfare, PORTLOKO District, Fode Amadou Kamara, says the ministry appreciated the intervention of Development Initiative Program, describing their interventions as timely and will go a long way to help address the sufferings of the survivors and orphans. Mr. Kamara highlighted a number of interventions made by the Development Initiative Program in the PORTLOKO District during the height of the Ebola outbreak, calling on the beneficiaries to take advantage of the support. Local and chiefdom authorities from the 5 chiefdoms lauded Development Initiative Program for coming to the aid of the survivors and orphans, whom they say had gone through a lot of pains and sufferings. They call on government to continue to partnering with other development entities and non-governmental organizations to cater and improve on the lives of survivors and orphans whom they describe as the country's heroes. The beneficiary expressed joy for the support, saying that the support will bring hope for them again. The survivors call for more help, says that they are facing challenges in their various communities.
Academic Staff Association of Rabe College, University of Sierra Leone, has laid down their tools. The strike is coming at a time when students should have resumed lectures this morning after a 3 weeks break to allow students to register. The lecturers complained of low salaries and issues affecting their welfare. Omo Bakar visited FBC campus to assess the situation and spoke to some students, and later the Vice President of the Academic Staff Association, Ambrose Rogers.
call his hand for left. Hey, sit down for left.
I am Mohamed Kapoor, President, Peace and Conflict Department. The situation here at the University of Sierra Leone, Probably College to be very specific, is de-accelerating. It is at a downward spiral. At the time when we thought we'd come out of the woods, we thought the intervention of State House was, a viable, potent force to have been able to, quell down the situation. But look at what's going on here. We came today, the vast majority of students of ORPHANS came with, the proposition that they would come to take their normal classes. But lecturers decided to down their tools. They've gone on strike. We are calling on the government to intervene speedily and swiftly enough, because the country's foremost university cannot afford to continue to, dwindle down the brains as it is going on now.
As you can see, the situation is deteriorating at the shores of Probably College currently. The lecturers are on strike, nothing is going on here. We are perfectly idle, as you can see. After 3 weeks, they said we are to register. We've registered, some have registered, and the lecturers have gone on strike. We could remember in March, we went on a peaceful march to State House to inform the government about the ills of this place. And the government did not take any action. We demanded for some issues to be addressed, and nothing has been done so far. Now, we the students, they said 3 weeks. After the 3 weeks, we thought we are coming to have lectures here. Only to be outside here, and lecturers are not around because they are demanding for their welfare. They are on strike. Nothing is going on here. Everything is in Bazak. The administration is maybe sleeping here, and the government is also maybe sleeping. So they must do something. If they... Oh, my sister.
I'm calling the government to try to solve this problem. Because at first they strike because they say we have to pay 50% of our fees. And now they are telling us that some of us have paid 50% of our fees. And now they've come with another news again telling us that lecturers are striking concerning we don't know what, because they didn't tell us plain what's the main reason why the lecturers are striking.
We are pleading on the government and onto the administration to work towards it faster, because our exams are right at the corner. We are not happy. See my face now, very discouraged. I'm not happy, man. No.
Today is the 4th. We are here again. All the lecture rooms are all closed. No lectures going on. We are hearing different stories from lecturers that sit down strike. We are surprised. We know that most of us are coming from disadvantaged family background, and we have paid over 60% of our fees. We came here today, no lectures at all. So we are not happy. The system is very, very rotten. The administration and the government need to do something about this whole system. Very rotten. Very, very rotten.
I am Ambrose C. Rogers, Vice President, Academic Staff Association, Probably College. Yeah, we have decided to go on industrial strike for a number of reasons. But paramount among which is the payment of the final tranche. If I may let you understand, in 2011-2012, we had brokered an arrangement with government as well as the administrators to institute a phased payment of salary increment for lecturers, where they are paid part along the way. But that arrangement should have ended in 2014. Today is 2016. That is 2 years, cannot say backlog, because they have not, for the past 2 years, they have not been, and people are retiring, and so our membership want that money. So they want to have the final tranche paid. But that is among other problems, i.e. poor limited classrooms, overcrowded classrooms, lack of furniture, a number of other issues. Now, of course, lately it's security as well, because people are mugged in broad daylight on campus.
That was the Vice President of the Academic Staff Association of FBC, Ambrose Rogers, talking there to Umubakar. The Minister of Health and Sanitation, Dr. Abubakar Fofana, has said the healthcare system has undergone significant transformation since the first demographic survey was conducted in 2008. He made the statement during the launching of the Health Facilities and Laboratories Assessment Tool at the Ministry's Conference Hall at U Building. Joseph Stanley reports.
The launching of the Health Facilities and Laboratories Assistance Tool will help the health sector to promote healthcare in the various health facilities in the country. According to Dr. Abubakar Fofana, in order to improve and strengthen the quality of both primary and tertiary healthcare services, his ministry has developed new programs. The exercise is said is geared towards creating a supportive environment that will enable management, staff and supervisors to collectively identify critical areas that needs urgent attention. The minister congratulated the new team of supervisors for their initiative and reminded them that much is required of them. Launching the document, the Deputy Minister of Health and Sanitation 1, Madina Rahman, said there has been quest for the improvement of health, especially as the country moves into the post-Ebola recovery phase. She encouraged nurses to be committed to their work, as nursing is a profession that deals with life. Madam Rahman revealed that about 85% of the health professionals are nurses that needs capacity building, noting that a resilient health system depends on human resource capacity.
I know how to make Conrad Hospital into a first-class hospital. I could taste it, how I could do it. But the bottlenecks are horrendous. So now, I have decided, even though we have these teams that are going to be doing this, for this to work, most of my days are going to be spent in these hospitals. I will be there. You might not know the life you're saving. You might not know who you're treating, who you're taking care of. And in Sierra Leone, it's even worse because we're all related. Every one of us, you might not even know how we're related. So you might not know the difference that you're making in someone's life. Just go ahead and save a life.
The Principal National School of Midwifery, Dr. Joan Shepard, pointed out that the Health Ministry is determined to make health care issues a priority and that the tool will help to improve opportunity for the areas that needs improvement. In another development, the Deputy Minister of Health 1, Madina Rahman, also launched the second round of the National Immunization Days campaign at the Waterloo Community Health Center. The campaign will be conducted from the 1st to the 4th of this month. SLBC News Joseph Stanley reporting.
Well, coming up next is Business Update with Awanatu Conte.
Hello and welcome to the Business of Conte. We begin with the foreign exchange rates. The US dollar buys at 5,827 leons and sells at 5,945 leons. The British pound sterling buys at 8,218 leons and sells at 8,386 leons. And the euro buys at 6,464 leons and sells at 6,591 leons, courtesy of the United Bank for Africa, UBA. Makeup and beauty spa are gradually taking over the Sierra Leone market. A Sierra Leonean-born makeup artist from the UK is in the country to promote makeup and beauty spa. SULAINA MANSARAY explained more in this interview with business producer Lucien Ganda.
Salon owners, people that do hair, some of them want to train their own staff there to become a makeup artist. So I also offer that as well. So yes, if they want to do it professionally, it's something you can live off.
Is it possible?
Yes.
Economically, is it possible for you to depend on it?
Oh yeah. This is
do you
what
get
I do.
money out of it?
I do this professionally in London.
Tell us how far it has helped you to go so far economically.
Okay, from doing this, I've done my drive-in. I paid for my driving school. I bought a car, and I'm looking to mortgage my house in London from just makeup.
Just this?
I'm also a beauty therapist, so I do the other side of beauty, which is spa, doing massage, manicure, pedicure, waxing, facials. So just from makeup, because on the weekdays I do the spa side of beauty, and on the weekend where they have like parties, wedding, I do beauty. So only, let's say Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 3 days, I've earned enough money to buy a car, put some money for mortgage, and also saving, and for my trip to Sierra Leone. This is my first time here with my business, so I need to understand people's mind and how they see makeup. If they don't value makeup, you training to become a makeup artist, it will be difficult for you to find your clientele. So if you know who your clients are and you provide a good service and you have good products and you have knowledge about what you're doing, you can make it anywhere in the world.
You've designed my face. What does it take? Do you want to take us through the process quickly? Just explain to us.
Okay. So the most important thing about makeup is looking at your client's skin, understanding the skin, look at the tone and see what would complement the client's features. So if you've got dark skin, I need to look at what your undertone is. I need to look at your skin texture to know what would suit your face. Also, something very important is your brow. Your brow sculpt your face. You can walk out your house with just an eyebrow done and a lip gloss and you still look nice. So healthy skin, prep the skin, apply your foundation, do your eyebrow. Sometimes you can you can do your eyeshadow, but you don't necessarily have to have eyeshadows on to have full makeup do. So the most important thing is your foundation, eyebrow and your lipstick. People that, salon owners, people that do hair.
She is SULAINA MANSARAY, a Sierra Leonean-born makeup artist in the UK. The former acting director for technical and vocational education in Sierra Leone, Godwin Samba, has called on political leaders and donor partners to strengthen vocational skills to develop the country's economy. He made the statement during the 20th anniversary and the graduation ceremony of CEFORD Vocational Training Center held at Circular Road in Freetown. Ivejasko was there.
As part of the 20th anniversary since the establishment of the CEFORD Vocational Training Center in 1996, 729 students received certificates after completing their courses in tailoring and designing, catering and garra dyeing. Adult literacy, basic business management and general knowledge studies, says Executive Director of CEFORD, Moses Ogende Kamara. He added that the center was established to cater for poor, deprived and physically challenged people in contributing to the country's economic development. He said that with the Ministry of Education recognition and determination by the CEFORD organization, they have been able to sustain the center over the years, noting that they will continue to upgrade learning structures of the center. CEFORD Vocational Training Center, he noted, is one of the centers that is highly acknowledged by NACSA and other partners for its credibility, accountability, and transparency in its duty and responsibilities of ensuring quality skills offered to young Sierra Leoneans. The Executive Director of CEFORD, Moses Ogende Kamara, pointed out that 70% of the students graduated from the center are now self-employed, whilst 30% are employed in institutions in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea. He said they are faced with challenges of infrastructure due to the increase of students. He called on the graduates to move into the universe and deliver. The guest speaker, former acting director for technical vocational education in Sierra Leone, Godwin Samba, described CEFORD Vocational Training Center as one of the centers that believed in sustainability of skills, adding that vocational training is a bedrock to direct economic development. He said tech institutions need a lot of resources and support. He called on political leaders and donor partners to strengthen vocational skills so as to develop the country's economy. He encouraged young people and parents to invest in vocational training. Gifts were awarded to students for outstanding performance in catering: Josephine Sise, Rebecca Kindane, Adam Ature, and Patrick Matia, including Millicent Senesi from Tailoring Department, and Executive Director of the CEFORD organization, Moses Ogende Kamara, for his contribution to the center for 20 years in attaining success in the landscape of vocational education. SLBC Business Desk, Ivejasko, Freetown.
Well, that's the business update. I'm Awanatu Conte. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Awanatu Conte. We now join again the sports desk for sport updates, as we now bring you Francis Bernard with sport updates.
Hello and welcome to Sports Updates. I am Francis Banner. In Sport Now, Darling Scorpions of the Gambia have defeated Shooting Stars in the 2017 Under-20 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. The match in Makeni was the leg of the qualifiers. The 2 second-half goals, including a deflected kick, gave the Darling Scorpions the victory in a match largely dominated by them. Boone Saneb got the opening goal in the 61st minute with a shot that hit Shooting Stars defender Ibrahim MANSARAY. Another was added by Captain Abli Jallo 14 minutes later. We bring you highlights of the goals.
Place. And you get forgiven the zeal and the determination. Most of them, as I like earlier, we don't see. These are their first competition for enter. They don't ever wear green, white, and blue. Most of them are from Division 1. Most of them are 1 or 2 Premier side. So if you get the opportunity for they honor the criteria of the competition, where you for the inside 98, I believe so that they make.
Well, he is Abdoulaye Bojon, the assistant coach of the Baby Scorpions of the Gambia. Well, from that story, we now move to Sungo, where Materi House won the first edition of the Inter-Athletic Sports Meet that was organized in Koya Chiefdom. Unisadin Kabu was around and he sent in this report.
Sports Committee Chairman, for welcome una. This is a very short ceremony, formal ceremony, for the final day of the World 195 Intersection Athletic Sports Meet, will take place in Ayana Songo. Now, big sacrifice for una as young people. So this now fair play. What do you say? Fair play. I want to repeat. Fair play. Fair play. On behalf of the community development promoters and the Councillor and World Committee of World 195 for declare the first edition of World 195 Intersection Athletic Sport formally open. I tell you that thank you and God bless you all, and I wish you now very good luck. All right, thank you very much.
Well, this night, man, you imagine that? The other man, I say, well,
The arrival of the Queens alone don't create some kind of
at the field. It is a way doing very strong. Let's see what will happen.
Well, I'm really glad we God make it possible for us to come this event. One, it give me opportunity for Cassie. A lot of people way they don't say one they will see. If we come, we really get a message. When I don't send a very important signal for sure say the government, we as a Ministry of Youth Affairs, we for coordinate and collaborate with the Ministry of Sports for give attention for promote talents. And I want to assure you now that me in my capacity, I will ensure I give full support to the Ministry of Sport, whether for team up with sport, for advocate for talent, or for team up with sport, for lobbying for resources, for sister young people in this country will get talent in athletics. Mr. Abdul Karim Sise, today is a wonderful day in my life. I've been at all sports meet in this country, but this one is very, very unique. And notably, we will also extend to the people of Songo 20 scholarships from the association, where the organizer and the councillor will give me the names them, we will make the scholarship available to them. The first section, not the one side, and the first section, that will pick the people that will go give the scholarship to. The buy house, when a red house, they got 259 points. They got fourth position. Matari house, when a green house.
Well, now we move to the international scene and bring you some international sports story. Leicester City moved 7 points clear at the top of the English Premier League with 6 games remaining after Wes Morgan's header saw off Southampton. The Foxes skipper connected with Christian first half goals to score his first goal of the season. We bring you highlights of the goal. Where we bring you a highlight of that match later. And now for another result in the English Premier League over the weekend. Manchester United defeated Everton by 1-0. Manchester United manager Louis van Gaal has described his team's 1-0 Premier League win over Everton as a stolen victory. United had only 2 shots on target, but Anthony Martial's close-range finish was enough to earn them the 3 points. According to Van Gaal, they did not play so well, but they created so many chances. Well, for that, we bring you the first 4 in the English Premier League table Leading the table is Leicester City with 69 points, followed by Tottenham 62 points. Arsenal and Manchester City have played 31 matches each, and Arsenal has got 58 points in its favour, and Manchester City in 4th place with 54 points. And Cristiano Ronaldo's late goal gave 10-man Real Madrid victory in El Clasico and ended La Liga leaders Barcelona 59 match unbeaten. Gerard Piqué's wonderful downward header from a corner had given Barcelona a 56-minute lead after a tense first half. Karim Benzema's brilliant scissors kick made it 1-1 before Gareth Bale had a penalty harshly ruled out for a push. After Real captain Sergio Ramos was dismissed for receiving 2 bookings, Ronaldo's superb finish won the game for Real Madrid. Well, with that, I bring you the table for the Spanish La Liga. The first 4, Barcelona in 1st position with 76 points, followed by Atletico Madrid with 70 points. 3rd place, Real Madrid, 69 points, and in 4th, Villarreal with 54 points. Well, that's all we can provide for you in this edition of Sports Updates on News Hour.
By returning the news, we look at the main points again. Academic Staff Association of Fabric College has embarked on strike action. Nearly 800 Ebola survivors, orphans, and vulnerable children from 5 chiefdoms in PORTLOKO district have received the post. And a team of SLRA officers, contractors, and consultants discussed with local dignitaries for the acquisition of quarry sites to facilitate ongoing road works in the southern region. That's all in this edition of News Hour. On behalf of my news editor, SULAINA, news producer, Wanatu Conte, I am Dorin Kaloko. For more information about our programs, to send us an email, to contact us at slbc.sl. Thanks for watching. Continue to stay with us. Issues in the News is next.